What's up, team? You've got Jovian and Songers here giving you another Masters level tournament cast from the StickyFlames tournament.
Now, before we start off, I have a hunch. Last week on our show for eSports Canada, we showed you guys a couple of replays from some highlights from the Bronze, Silver, Gold tournament. In that tournament, there was a guy called Willis. I have a hunch that this Willis is the same Willis.
Yeah, although names can be reused, I guess we'll have to see his play. That Willis opted for heavy Marine play, although if he was a Smurf, I could totally see why he would do that, because why not? You're playing against some Bronze, Silver, Gold people, but... Anyways, we do have our friend Willis, RiseWillis, spawning in the top right corner of Cloud Kingdom as the blue Terran.
And in the bottom of Cloud Kingdom, we do have Baconology, spawning as the red Zerg.
An obvious Redditor. Baconology follows all the StarCraft 2 information on Reddit.
That's true. Now, RiseWillis, let's see, TVZ. We're both not experts at this. Let's just admit that.
Well, I don't know about you.
Oh, so you're very good at this. So, okay, why don't you just cast the whole thing?
Okay, so thanks for throwing me under the bus there. TBC actually is one of the most favorite matchups for the lay StarCraft player. They just really enjoy this matchup, and it kind of, I guess there's something warm and fuzzy about this matchup. I mean, we have movies about this sort of stuff, aliens versus Marines. So, and although the Protoss are an alien race too, they just don't look like the typical aliens that you see in the movies.
Oh, this is true. It's very reminiscent of Starship Troopers right here. Terran is going for that Rax first. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for a 1 Rax Expo here. As you said before, Terran has a very easy way of expanding for all races and early expand.
Yeah, just get that bunker up in the front and you are safe to expand against all races. What a versatile race the Terrans are.
We're hating on Terran, aren't we?
I'm sorry. Terran tends to just throw me into lower leagues all the time. I just cannot seem to defeat them. They just feel so powerful. But enough with my sad stories. Let's just continue casting this game between Baconology and RiseWillis. We do see a scout coming in for RiseWillis. Does see that natural expo. So knows there's no silly one base all in play, and we'll see that spawning pool up in the front, not opting to put that in the back.
Yep. So the hatchery did go down before the spawning pool, so just a little bit more greedy, a little bit more economical for the Zerg player here. And there we go. We do see that expansion coming down for RiseWillis as well, sticking to that just 1 barracks at the moment.
Yeah, all he needs is 1 Marine just to keep those Zerglings at bay, and knows that there won't be any army for a short time until that pool finishes very shortly.
Now, Zerg is going to be getting gas, so speed may be coming along for these links here. Speed actually very important in this matchup, just so they can be able to get that surround and not be kited forever by micro Marines. And yeah, we don't know if there's going to be an all-in or not. We'll see if he stops mining gas after 100 just for speed, and maybe just a bit more for lair, but a queen coming out for our Zerg player.
Yep, and we do see the natural is done. A couple lings coming out, probably going to try to poke at the front of that Terran base, see what Willis is up to, what RiseWillis is up to. He probably should have just watched the Bronze, Silver, Gold tournament last week.
He's copying his build right there. 2 more barracks coming down for RiseWillis. He's just pretty standard play right now, you know?
Yeah, probably going to go for a little bio ball. Not sure if he wants to supplement his army with some siege tanks. And oh, that queen range, did it snipe that? Yeah, that SCV does go down. Those overpowered queens.
So not stopping gas mining just about yet, even though he is getting a third queen. So this is going to be that 6 queen build that people have been doing recently. Get those early queens out and prevent any sort of aggression from Hellions or even small Marine pressures that if they occur.
Yeah, those queens so effective at base defense on that creep. What a great unit to have in your base, and not only to inject and heal, but to just DPS with all that range and damage.
This is cute. A very small little Marine push coming up to a Zerg base. This is just to force some Zerglings out, make sure the Zerg's not playing too greedy, just going pure drone. However, they're going to come into time, and that Overlord actually might go down. So it might supply block the Zerg.
Yeah, good stutter step from Willis. Does come in and see all those queens ready to play defense, but with this little push, he might have just scared Baconology into a little bit. No, Baconology's still standing firm, wanting to get some econ. Does get those 2 spine crawlers, but really didn't spend too much on that defense, along with those queens.
I think, unfortunately, the Terran actually was able to snipe the creep tumor. That's going to delay the creeps rate just by a little bit. However, see, okay, this is the Willis. This is the Willis.
Mass Marine. This guy loves his Marine. Can't wait until he gets those medevacs up and watch him snipe a whole bunch of hatcheries in a row. It's his MO.
What?
That's his MO.
Oh!
Modus operandi.
Okay, I was like, what's the move?
Sorry, Nick is not from Canada originally. We do see a third coming up for our Zerg, and this timing couldn't be worse for him. With all these Marines looming, they will DPS down this third very quickly. Hopefully he'll get a cancel on that before he doesn't realize it. I'm not sure if he will see it. He does see it, gets canceled, does lose the drone. Zerglings come in, but do not want to face off against that many Marines. We do see Baconology gearing up to do a little bit of competition. Not sure why he wants to throw away so many lings.
He shouldn't be going yet. What's it called? The Baling Nest is done, and double Evolution Chamber is going down, so he's just going to get those upgrades for those lings. But a lot of pressure has been done. A lot of Zerglings have been forced. We look at Units tab. Terran is now ahead with those really OP mules.
Yeah.
The income is favoring our turn.
But Willis staying very active on the map, retreating now, and almost at the perfect time, just when the lings get out of hand. Does sack a couple of Marines, or was that a mistake? I feel like he was sacking them to make the rest of his army survive, but then he pulled back a little bit there. That is a lot of lings, and there is a bunker that he can retreat to.
Getting the surround on those Marines, and the Marines are going to go down. That's not good for Willis. These lings are just going to run and... Oh.
That is a heck of a lot of lings to deal with, and Willis now might have to pull some army out of his hat. Oh, and the lings doing an excellent run by, push back past all of these buildings, go straight for the economy line. Willis is in a huge debt right now. All these workers are sent over to the second base, but Willis, I don't know if he can... 7 workers killed. That's a pretty good chunk out of the economy for Willis, even with mules.
Yep, with units lost, the Terran has lost about a couple hundred more minerals than the Zerg player. However, this has bought the Zerg player enough time to get that defense up. He does have a couple of Banelings morphing in somewhere on the map. I seem to have lost track of them, but the double upgrade's going up, +1 melee and +1 carapace, and a third base is getting set up for our Zerg player.
And finally, Stim is coming up for our Marine player, but wouldn't he wish to have that like 2 minutes ago when he had all those lings in his base. And we do see a few more lings coming out, maybe just for a little map control to get those Zelnaga towers. So, Songers, I was actually thinking about this earlier. Wouldn't it be epic if the Zerg race could lift up their buildings like in Warcraft, where the Night Elves buildings could get up and do action? And imagine if the Baneling nest could get up and be a giant Baneling. Wouldn't that be just crazy? He could just walk up and he'd see like 5 Raxes, and then he'd just walk into them and just blah.
See, now a strategy for that would be you'd make a proxy hatch, make Baneling, like 5 Baneling that's unroot them, just walk into someone. That would be hilarious to watch.
Man, good thing they didn't put that mechanic into the game. And we do see Baconology moving over to the third just to check if Willis is being extra greedy. Does notice no CC, and I don't think Willis even has a CC up in the high ground to move down there yet. I don't think he's thinking about that at all right now.
Now, Zerg's probably going to be transitioning into Spire play after this, as it's pretty typical to be going Ling and Muta against Terran, especially against style like this. Mobile army as well, but the Banelings will do so much damage they're able to connect with that Marine Marauder army. However, the medibacks are out, and Willis is going to get a little aggressive.
Yeah, and we do see centrifugal hoops coming out for the hooks, because, again, in line with our Night Elves, who have a lot of those deer-type characters, but we do see the centrifugal hooks coming out for the Zerg player. Does acknowledge that our Marine player has nothing but Bio Ball, and actually is getting Siege Tech. Might see a transition with a few Siege Tank to push forward.
Marine and Siege Tank is just so effective here. And Infestation Pit coming out for the Zerg, so maybe not Mutalisks, maybe going for that Infestors. Then usually when people go for the Infestors, they end up going the Ultralisks pass instead of the Brood Lords. Well, the Infestors will do a great job to fungal that army, keep them in place, just to allow those Banelings to come in and absolutely melt that Bio army. So this could be the right choice by Baconology. This could be the perfect counter to what we see Willis going. Now, 2-2 is on the way for the Zerg player, so Terran only at 1-1, so still okay. But soon, the Zerg player is going to be overtaking the Terran in upgrades. Double gas is being dropped at that third base, and now Baconology is going to be going to that gas-heavy phase where he needs all that gas for all that tech that he is going to be going for. And look at this map coverage with the tumors. Even with that early snipe on that tumor you mentioned earlier, look at this spread. Absolutely wonderful. Can see almost everything. Oh my goodness. A drop that I even missed. But how many drills did you killed there?
Eight.
Eight,
Evens
so
up the worker count a little bit. Owen gets a couple more over at the third. Isn't able to respond in time. Doesn't have an army in place to deal with this. Is sending all of his army. Willis could just pick up and go back into the main if he feels so inclined. And he does! Willis being very active with this medevac is punishing this Zerg player for his A move with his entire army.
Sure, Zerg is now coming up. He's going to try to get, but that position is just good. Those Marauders and he's just sitting behind that mineral line. Not able to get that surround. And does more damage than you should. Now pick it up, just going back down. Please focus on firing it down, but...
Baconology ready this time, acknowledges his mistake. Did lose a lot earlier, so should have learned his lesson a little bit earlier, but that beautiful placement on that Marauder right in between those mineral patches to make sure that those Lings couldn't get a nice surround on them.
Oh, another drop. I think we missed another drop up here. Wow, this Willis is just multitasking a lot here.
Willis,
killing 18 workers.
Double since the last time we saw. So good.
So we have, but still, Zerg made a lot of drones.
No, that's what Zergs do. SD, 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 and then you're remaxed on your drones. But we do see creep spread pushing out even farther, maybe force Willis to pull a few scans out here to make sure that this creep doesn't walk into his base.
Oh yeah, now comes the Terran army getting ready. He wants to stop that creep, but these Lings are now at 2-2, with the Terran army only at 1-1, and siege tanks with nothing. So, running up this ramp.
Not even a cannon on that siege tank.
Nothing at all, just
can't fire at all.
Some scans going down, clearing out that creep. Ling's getting a great surround.
Oh, no siege. Does not decide to siege with that tank. So under effective, and all that bio. Oh, this is terrible for Willis. All his army gone. I don't know if he can get it up enough.
That's
even the little Zergling burrow to make sure that that third doesn't go down. Willis is in a little tight spot right here. Not sure how he can defend this.
He does have a couple of Marauders, but now we have the Spire, we have the Hive, we have 5 Infestors on the way for the Zerg, and he is looking so strong right now. Scans going off, just to see what that Zerg army is. But this third has been delayed for so long. I wonder if Willis even,
he might have just forgot about it. Yeah, there's just a bit of confrontation in the middle. And I'm not sure about this heavy Marauder he had for a short while there against all these Lings. I'm not sure if that was the best choice, but I guess when your Marines are dying to Banelings, you just do whatever you need to keep your army alive.
Finally does that scan, and that third commander is able to land, and down it goes. So now Willis will be saturating that with all the mules. And we'll see how he can transition or how he can deal with the Zerg force that's coming to his base.
And you do see Baconology with the perfect response to that Zergling dying at the third. Wants to make sure that Willis can't get an economy up and running. Wants to make sure that wants to keep crippling Willis and make sure that he can get up to the tech that he wants rather than his opponent, Terran.
Now this Infestor Ling, Baneling army with Crackling upgrade, Adrenal Glands getting researched, and he's going in just as these barracks are coming up. All those workers are going to be going down for Willis here, and is he going to lift off his command center? I don't know. Baneling's coming in.
And then a little bit of retreat. A good fungal here would do everything, and here it is. Here comes the Banelings to just steamroll that army. Nothing Willis can do. Might see a GG out of our player Willis here, unless he gets some good siege tank fire here, which I don't think he has enough to do with all this giant army.
Siege tanks out in the open. Best turns being spewed down. Those medivacs are going to go down too. And GG comes from RiseWillis, aka Willis.
Willis from Bronze of a Gold. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll come at you with the next game from the StickyFlames Masters Tournament.